bank in the Dominican Republic. The player has to settle what he owes the agent before he can touch his money.
Yeah, but I can only hear it on the channel, of course, but it is only on the
Well, $8,000 or $10,000 investment, a year, year and a half at the most.
It's Friday night, and that means only one thing: high school football from Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. Folks, get everything you're going to need, at least until halftime, because you're not going to want to miss a single snap of tonight's game. Along with Rocky Yoakum, I'm Billy Gahagan. Welcome to the 2014 FHSAA Football Championship Series state semifinal between the Miami Central Rockets, ranked number 2 by the Associated Press in Class 6A, and the champions of District 16, and the Mainland Buccaneers, who not only are the champions of District 9, but are also the number 1 team in Class 6A. Coach Yoakum, there's enough talent on the field tonight that you could probably make up 4 teams between the two schools, which is why this is the game that some people are calling the best semifinal in the country, hands down.
That's quite a statement, and before we get started, I do want to say that we're missing the third amigo tonight, Steve Allen, who's had a family health issue come up, and Steve, we're thinking about you and hope everything's
Absolutely
good. back to the ball game, 4 teams at least. I counted 12 seniors who are committed to play Division I football, 8 of them from Central, 4 of them from Mainland. And the reason Mainland doesn't have more is because they're underclassmen, and
no doubt.
So there's plenty of people that are going to play on Saturday, and probably a couple that might play on Sunday right out here in front of us tonight. Great football players at every level on offense and defense. There's Division I commits on both defensive secondaries. There's linebackers on both teams, defensive ends. Just a magnificent collection of talent,
and what you're looking for in a state semifinal, obviously.
Absolutely, you want the best 4 teams left in Class 6A, in every class, but in Class 6A you want the best, and we got 2 of the best right here for sure.
And people are still filing in. I made a comment to you that this is what shades of the old Father Lopez and Seabreeze games used to be like, and Mainland Seabreeze, of course, is another one.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I know it took me forever. I left early so I could get out here a few minutes early, and I was about 20 minutes later than usual. But anyway, that's a good thing. The fans on this side are filled up. Miami Central is bringing in, I think, 3 or 4 buses. I see 4 buses over there for the Miami Central team, and there's going to be a lot of folks here celebrating. There's going to be some heartbroken kids later on tonight, but my goodness, it's going to be a great football game.
Coach, with so many weapons for each school on both sides of the ball, where do you see the best matchup tonight? Is it going to be Central's offense against Mainland's defense, or is it going to be Mainland's offense against Central's defense?
Well, I'm very anxious to see Miami Central in action. Their number 1 marquee player is Devontae Phillips, number 1 wide receiver. He's listed as the number 6 wide receiver in the whole nation. That is unbelievable. A 4-star recruit, and I'm interested to see how Mainland's secondary will match up with them.
So it's probably going to be a little bit of both all night long, because each team, again, has so much firepower on both sides of the ball.
And, special teams. Exactly. That's what I was going to say, is that to be quite honest, I think in pregame their place kicker was booming the ball. I think that Mainland's punt return team, we haven't seen them do anything real special for a few weeks, and I think that both special teams could be really determining factors here tonight.
These schools are no strangers to each other. In their 2 previous meetings, Miami Central has defeated Mainland both times. In 2001, Central won 17-7, and in 2013, Central won 28-15. Mainland is 1 win away, Coach, from returning to the state championship game that they were in 2003 when they beat Naples 24-13. They won the Class 5A championship. Do you remember much about that team, and do you think that this 6A team is comparable to that 5A championship team?
Well, one thing's for sure, everybody's out of eligibility that played on that last team, and they're
and some
gone.
Of them are coaching too.
That's right. I don't remember too much about that team, except I know they could run real fast, and I've never seen a Mainland team that couldn't run real fast. But you might refresh my memory some about that group.
I just remember some of the names like Avery Atkins. I remember Vince Wilson, Travis Rowland, Brian Ellis, Tony Wilson. All of those guys went major. And every year we talk about this, it's not a rebuilding year for Mainland High School ever.
Nope,
it's reloading.
It is the old reload scenario, and that's true. The kids are here just they're phenomenal, and I don't know if you had a chance to get out and see them practice this week. I know I talked with Coach Allen, and he had mentioned maybe going. I couldn't go, but their practice habits are fabulous. And now Mainland, as you can see, Central's taking the field, and there's been some fingers pointed that way at the Mainland troops, and here come the Bucks.
Miami Central, on the other hand, is looking to get back to the state championship game for a 3rd consecutive season. Last year they beat Armwood 52-7, and in 2012 they beat Gainesville 37-14, and both of those were Class 6A state titles. I don't know much about Miami Central other than their mystique, their tradition, and they are rich in tradition.
They are rich in tradition, and the speed that Mainland presents here tonight won't be anything new to them. South Florida is full of teams with great speed, and that tonight won't be anything new for them, and those scores are scary.
It's the Miami Central Rockets at 12-1, visiting the Mainland Buccaneers 13-0. I think it's kind of ironic that Miami Central is ranked by the Associated Press as number 2 in Class 6A, but they're ranked 7th nationally by the USA Today. Mainland, on the other hand, is number 1, ranked by the AP, and they're 23rd ranked by the USA Today.
Sounds kind of like the college football playoffs here.
No doubt.
You know, everybody's got an opinion, and some people get to write theirs down, put it in the newspaper. Well, Bill, we're going to kick this thing off here any second. Now, Mainland will kick off and defend the east goal line. There's hardly any wind here tonight. Deep for Central. As I'm looking, I don't expect the ball to be kicked deep tonight. I think Central's a man short. No, they're not. They've got 11. All right, here we go, folks. Kick off right here, number 19 on the kick. It's a little pop kick. Fair catch made. Oh, I thought he called for fair catch. I guess he didn't. Should have. All right.
Central will have the ball, 1st and 10, from their 37-yard line. First chance to see a whole mess of Rockets with a lot of talent. And as you said, Devontae Phillips is the guy that's electrifying enough to really stir things up.
Yes, he is number 1, and on the other side, number 4, Anthony Jones, also quite a special young man. Mainland's going to come out in there.
Jones is near side, and he's matched up already with Miko Dotson, and the two of them have already gone talking to each other.
Well, we've got right here. We've got no help in the back end. It's basically a straight up man. They're going to double cover at the top of the screen over there. That I'm sure that must be Brunson. I'm sorry, Phillips.
Checking things at the line of scrimmage. Central waiting for the first snap of the game. There it is. That's Cedric Miller on the carry. He's going to go around the left end and pick up about 10 yards. Get ready to move the chains on the first play of the game.
He went around Marcus Brunson's side. Mainland has 2 bookend defensive ends, Polite and Brunson. Brunson is limping after that first play, and he needs to be healthy because they can't give up the edge like that every time.
2nd down and 2 for the Rockets.
Let's go defense!
From their 45-yard line. Low snap again. That's Miller once again on the carry.
Looks like he's going to pick up the first down.
Gerard Williams is one of the 3 offensive stars for Central. Coach, 3 players offensively have 1,000+ yards of total offense. Cedric Miller, the running back who we keep seeing on carry after carry, Anthony Jones near side number 4, and Gerard Thomas, the quarterback, all 3 with over 1,000 yards of offense on the year. Miller once again, he's going to break through the defensive line, get into the secondary. He'll be stopped by Mr. Everything, Kyle Oliver. Coach, Kyle Oliver is a guy that we've watched just become the man on Mainland's defense over the rest of the year, over the second part of the season.
A couple weeks ago when I saw him at practice, it's not a surprise to me because his practice habits are tremendous, just tremendous.
He, along with Adam Hamilton, are the 2 inside backers for Mainland. 2nd down and short for the Rockets in their first possession of this state semifinal. And we have an early flag.
Mainland's game plan so far has been to double cover Phillips no matter where he is. The first few plays he was on the short side of the field, and that was a scary look to me. When he's out there to the wide side where they've got 2 on him, everything makes a little more sense to me. But they're just going to leave. They're going to play 10 against 9 defenders.
False start is the call against Central. Push them back 5 yards. It's now going to be 2nd down and 7 from the Mainland 48-yard line.
We're going to be in a trips formation here. I don't see the 4th player.
Let's go defense!
Oh, I see they have a tight end that's ineligible over on that side. If he goes out for a pass, he's not eligible because he's covered by the, and that's illegal right there. Tight end was covered up.
Well, they had a slot on that side too.
Well, they had 3 receivers over there. I don't think all 3 of them were off the line. I think the farthest one was on the line, which he's eligible to be in the backfield because they don't have anybody. They were 1 man short. They only had 3 in the backfield, but I don't understand that. When number 1 needs to be in the backfield if the tight end's on his side. We'll look over here. They're going to get it right this time. Both receivers are off the ball.
That was Jamari Hester on the reception. 1st and 10 Central from the Mainland 28-yard line, and flags fly once again. And we're going to have another false start called.
Huge offensive line for Miami Central. I haven't seen any weights. I don't know. I know you probably gave them to me, but I haven't seen them.
You can have my copy. But I'll take yours.
All right. Number 79 is 350. Number 55 is.
He's 340.
Oh, he's
but
the
he's
little
also 6'5".
Yes.
1st and 15 for Central. That's Miller on the carry, slashing his way and carrying Mainland defenders all the way down. And the whistles are going to blow him down at the 16-yard line.
If that's Polite coming off the field.
That is not Polite. That's
okay, it's number 10.
33 coming off the
No,
field.
number 10 hopping off the field, laying down right here. Mainland.
That could be a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, that is Ja'Kai Polite. Yeah. So both defensive ends for Mainland are already banged up. Polite is also the punter, and it's his right ankle. I look to me like that's bothering him.
Ja'Kai Polite's their punter, their cornerback, their receiver, their tight end. He's like you. Everything. Miller on the carry. He's
there you go.
Absolutely nowhere.
Good job right there. That's Marcus Brunson, the right defensive end on the play. We're going to keep a close eye on Polite down here on the sideline. Keep you posted on that because Mainland needs him. He just does too many different things for Mainland.
2nd down and 14 for the Rockets. 8:35 and counting here in the first quarter. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum, you're watching the Miami Central Rockets and the Mainland Buccaneers.
Speed option. Nicely played by Mainland to start with, but my goodness gracious, the back squared his shoulders and got up the field and made about 7 or 8 yards on the play, it looks like.
Down to the 10-yard line, pickup of about 7 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 for the Rockets.
Back on the offensive line, we have a 350, a 340, and a 320, all standing pretty much side by side out there. Number 54 looks a little smaller. He's only 290.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's one more player out there, but at 290 so far is the smallest offensive lineman we've seen for Central.
Their center is 6'2", 320 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, we got a stumble in the backfield right there on a big play. Quarterback and the running back kind of tangled their feet up, and they fell down before you get the line of scrimmage. That's huge, huge play. It looks like Central's going to bring in their field goal team at this point.
Fourth and 4 for the Rockets. In to attempt the field goal is Baymar Piraquive. We're going to give him that much for tonight. 5'10", 175-pound senior.
He really got the ball up quick and high in his pregame kicks. We'll get a good look at it right here.
28-yard attempt. Snap is high, but the holder does a good job of getting it down. And Baymar's kick is up, and it's good. 6:48 to go in the first quarter. Miami Central scores first. They lead the Buccaneers 3-0. We'll have a chance now to see both the special teams of Mainland and their offensive unit. Aided by 2 false start penalties. Don't know if the outcome would have been the same or different, but each time they got pushed back 5 yards, and Central had to make up some yards based on those penalties.
Yes, they did, and a stumble right there on a big 3rd down play. Right now they're looking at Polite still down here. They got a trainer working on him, one of the coaches over talking to him. Seems to be his calf Achilles tendon area instead of his ankle. We'll see. He's got his shoe off right now.
And it's the left one.
It is the left one. That's a good thing. Well, you're the punter. You tell me. Is that a good thing?
Well, it depends. He still has to punt. Yes. He still has to place his leg into the ground.
That's why I ask you, because you're the professional on that deal. All right, here comes Central with the kickoff.
Jovene Francis here to kick off.
See if they're afraid to kick it deep to Mainland speed.
I am.
They're not.
Wow.
My goodness gracious sakes.
Why.
Yes.
He kicked the field goal.
Yes, he did. And some.
That ball just cleared the uprights by 10 more yards.
Maybe that's who I saw kicking in pregame. My goodness, that was big time leg there. It wasn't Sebastian Janikowski, but it was a heck of a kick.
And don't get me wrong, he had to run up from 10 yards, but still, he kicked the ball 70 yards plus in the air.
Gets a high five from his coach. If I was there, I'd want to be coaching the kickers. I could get my reputation back up.
I'm sorry, I lied. That was an 80-yard plus kick. So, what we all paid to see, Denzel Houston and the Mainland offense
Going to
taking
start
the
with
field.
the linebacker in the backfield as a blocking back.
Too tight. Houston's going to go up top right away and just past the outstretched arms of Wilfred Taylor. It'll be 2nd and 10. Kyle Oliver and Adam Hamilton will now leave the field, and looks like we're going to have the regular offense.
Yeah, mass substitution there. We've got 4 little quick wide receivers, a quick running back, a quick quarterback, a really, I think, well-coached and very adequate offensive line, certainly not the size of Central. Central's defense is small, little quick guys, and I bet they move on the snap.
Houston's going to give the ball to Killens, and brought down quickly is Killens by Kevanis Davis, another interesting young man. And while we brought up his name, Coach, Central has 3 players with 10 or more sacks on the year. Keir Thomas, a defensive lineman, has 17. Kevanis Davis, a defensive end, has 14. And Donovan Thompson, a linebacker, has 10. That's just the sack totals.
11 and 14 are both Division I commits. And at the 2 defensive ends right there, it's a 4-2-5 defense. Going to throw the football here on 3rd down. And it's a little bit behind number 3. That would be, I'm guessing, Kalo Hanna. Yes, that's right. All right, we're going to punt. We'll see what's going to happen here in the punting. Ja'Kai Polite is not going out, so they're going to have to punt the ball with their place kicker.
Jacob Tillman, the punter, is going to be the personal protector. The tight end is going to be the personal protector. So Peter Baudette will do the punting as of now for the Buccaneers.
Those guys look like a Mighty Might football team on defense. Just little guys that just, I'm sure, are going to shoot gaps and go everywhere here. Mainland usually has the upper hand in this part of it. We'll see how it goes, folks.
3 plays for the Buccaneers, 2 total yards. Baudette's punt goes up, down, takes a little bit of a punter's roll, and it's going to be downed after it takes its last roll at the 50-yard line. 5:49 remaining in the first quarter. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum. Miami Central coming back on offense for the second time. They lead the Buccaneers 3-0.
We're going to have a water break.
Welcome back to Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum. You're watching the Miami Central Rockets and the Mainland Buccaneers. The Rockets lead the Bucks by a score of 3-0. And from the 50-yard line, the Rockets will have their second possession of the evening.
So we're going to have a flag for number 54. Number 54, false start for Central. That's going to back them up 5 yards. I have a suspicion that what they do at Central, when they call the linemen in for their meeting, if they have to turn sideways to walk in the door, you play offense. If you can walk straight in, you go to defense.
There have been some teams in this area that had to do the same thing, though. We've had our share of hosses that have garnered offensive lines around the area.
Little unbalanced line here, 2 tight ends, no gain.
Miller on the carry, and he's going to be stopped right away by a few Buccaneers. Adam Hamilton, one of them, in on the stop. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 15. As Coach Yoakum said, no gain on the play for the Rockets.
Number 42 is replaced Polite at the defensive end there, Coach.
And we don't have a 42 on this roster.
Yeah.
So we'll just call him number 42.
Number 42 is playing left end. Here comes some speed around the corner.
Side,
nice
picks up a
tackle.
couple blocks. Couple blocks on the outside by the receivers. Love watching receivers block for the other guys.
Yeah, me too. Those fresh air boys that can stand up throughout the course of the game, it's nice to see them put their nose in there and help out a little bit. Here we're going to get this illegal formation again. No, I'm sorry, the tight end's over. We'll see what we got here. They're finally going to get it right. They've got 2 tight ends and 2 flankers. We got a timeout here called by Miami Central.
Central calls timeout with 4:22 to go in the first quarter. Coach Yoakum, Central takes their opening drive, marches down the field, settles for 3. Mainland, 3 plays, 3 yards, and a punt.
Not a good start for the Bucks.
Jitters?
Oh, I think maybe talent. It looks to me like that once again that Central's going to shoot some gaps and Killen's going to have to make some great cuts, which he certainly can. The secondary seemed to cover up all the Mainland receivers when they were attempting to throw the football.
Is this a thing where Miami Central comes into this game with absolutely no pressure, but Mainland feels that there's the monkey on their back? You know, we've played these guys twice. We haven't beaten them yet.
I don't think anybody could say I don't have a monkey on my back tonight. I think both teams, that to get this close, they have a taste of it. Central's been there the last 2 years. Mainland's tradition has talked about winning a state championship back in the day. And so I'm sure that both of them are extremely tight about the execution here tonight.
Back from the Central timeout, it's 3rd down for the Rockets. They're in Mainland territory at the 47-yard line.
Got 4 wide receivers to the left.
Under pressure, steps out of pressure. Still avoiding pressure. He's not going to avoid that.
That's number 11 on the tackle.
Daniel Kelly. That might be the first time in 8 weeks that I've said Daniel Kelly.
Well, you said it tonight. You said it on an important night, that's for sure.
So it's going to put the Rockets in a punting situation. A loss of, we'll call it 6 on the play, 4th down and 14.
Mainland's only going to put 1 returner deep. That's highly unusual for them. Come with a little bit of pressure, a little token pressure. End-over-end kick.
Fielded at the 15 and fumbled up to the 16-yard line.
So to this point, I'd have to give the edge to the Central special teams at this point.
No doubt. Wilford Taylor was back deep to receive. He's the return man who fumbled it just a few yards ahead. Nonetheless, they regained possession So Mainland comes out for their second time. Mainland's offense, that is, comes out for the second time of the evening. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers from their 16-yard line. 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Again, Central leads the Buccaneers by a score of 3-0. I'm Billy Gahagan along with Rocky Yoakum. This is Municipal Stadium's Larry Kelly Field.
Doubles formation, 2 receivers on each side. Running back to the left of the quarterback. It's a running play. Nicely blocked.
Adrian Dillons. There is going to be only one person to stop him.
Don't flip him. Nice, smart play.
Olin Cushion, a 5'9", 170-pound defensive back, finally brings down Adrian Killens after a huge pickup for the Buccaneers. That has gotten this crowd into the game. 1st and goal for the Bucs.
That was one of those plays where the defensive tackle slanted one way and Killens had his eyes up and made the quick cut back to his left, and then there was nothing but daylight, and only the Central secondary, I think, would have caught him.
Correction. They're going to rule him down at the 15-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bucs from the 15. Houston, Tillins, along with Kalo Hanna. Here near side, also here near side, Will Collins. The Rockets were showing blitz. The Rockets came.
Both guards moved from Mainland. I don't know if they saw it or not. Oh, they're going to call it. Oh, no.
Whatever.
Just kidding.
The first one didn't count. The second one is what we'll go with.
My goodness. Can't make those mistakes tonight, fellas. We've got to hang in there.
5-yard penalty takes the ball back to the 20. It's still going to be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Now the ball resting near hash at the 20-yard line. Flip-flopping of receivers. Coming near side this time is going to be Randy Baker. 3 receivers set to the top. Here come the Buccaneers.
Going to bring 5 people, it looks like, on this. Maybe 6. Yeah, they're bringing 6. It's a sprint out pass. Good call. Nice catch. Oh! I shouldn't have said. I spoke too quickly, Bill. I'm talking too fast.
It happens.
Yes, it does. Thought we had the reception over there. Did not have.
So did he.
Yeah, and we've got a flag down at the 15-yard line. We'll see. Could it be offensive or defensive, either holding or pass interference right down there. I think it's pretty much between one of those 2 guys. I'm going to see here. Mainland is backing up, it looks like.
Holding the call against the Rockets. It's going to help the Buccaneers quite a bit.
Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on here, Coach. So it must have been a hold by the defense.
Yes, they called defensive holding.
And I don't know, that's probably, I don't know if they've still got it as a 1st down here. We got my time by the referee. What's he going to do here? I'm not sure what the occasion is for the referee to stop the clock like this. When we get back to live action, if you look up at the top of the screen, you'll see 3 wide receivers stacked in an old eye look over there where they can maybe make some cuts and try to mix up the coverage by the Rockets from Miami Central. It's a long ride from here to Miami. But there's a lot of folks from Central who made the drive. There's still people trying to get in the gates over here on they filled up the home side, and now they're having to park anybody else who comes over on the other side. The home side is as full as it can possibly be here. There's not, I don't see a seat left in the house.
No, it's busting at the seams. We have people standing on the walls. We could almost sell our spot for prime dollar.
All right, here we go. We've got the 3 wide receivers. They've got 3 defensive backs. We'll see how that mixes out, but we could just see Killens on a 1st and 5 run here as well.
Now that we've sorted things out and officials are all in place, it's going to be 1st and 5 from the Rockets' 10-yard line. Houston, quick pass out to the far side, and a flag's going to come in once again.
Could be holding on the wide receiver blocking. There was a nice block thrown over there, but I couldn't see if he grabbed a hold of him or not. that's one of the schemes to run out of that stack is run the first two guys down the field and block and just throw a little quick hitch out there, which is what they did that time.
It was either Taylor or Hannah on the reception. And the officials get together to talk things out, and we're going to wave that one off.
That's good. That's good. I'm not sure where the officials are from tonight. They're from some different part of the state, obviously, with no connection to either school. All right, we've got Mainland on the right hash mark now. Everybody's kind of waiting to see what the play is going to be. It's 2nd and 2. I'll be surprised if we don't see number 6 carry the ball or the quarterback.
2nd and 1 for the Buccaneers from the Rockets' 6-yard line. Houston's going to look to throw far side. And
pass interference. They called it. I don't know about it either. We'll check it on the replay, see. But
Houston's pass was intended for Cyrus Fagan. I don't know about that one at all. On the coverage was Calvin Bruton. Calvin Bruton is one of your names, Coach. You might want to talk about him.
Absolutely. Let's talk about Calvin. He's a senior, 6 foot 175, 3-star athlete. Verbal commitment to FSU over offers from Clemson, Georgia, Illinois, Louisiana, Lafayette, Notre Dame, TCU, Texas, UCF, South Florida, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Other than that, nobody's looking at him.
Sammy and I, my brother, as you know Sammy.
I know Sammy.
Sammy and I talk. You know, getting recruited is a really cool thing.
Yes.
We weren't, but we went to college. Nonetheless, you're good if you hear from the Gold Domers, in my opinion.
I would agree.
That's all I have to say. So that makes that guy out there pretty good. And he chose Florida State. Houston's going to roll to his left under pressure. He's going to probably elude a lot of this. He's going to outrun a lot of people. Throw to a wide open receiver. That's Randy Baker. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
There again, we see the poise of Denzel Houston under pressure, and we've seen 2 teams now from South Florida come in here, and both times I thought, well, can he do those sort of things that we see him do against Volusia County teams? And the answer is yes.
No doubt.
He can. What a football game, folks. 6-3, 2:29 remaining.
Baudette's point after is up, and it's good. 2:29 remaining in the first quarter. Mainland takes the lead 7-3. We'll be back.
Looks like we've got our kicker may kick it over here to this side, folks, to his left. Keep an eye on this.
Welcome back to the stadium.
Yes, he did. Nice little scoop. Don't give up the corner. There's great contain. There's Mainland special teams like you like to see them.
Welcome back to the stadium. I'm Billy Gahagan. That was Rocky Yoakum the whole time. 7-3 your score. Mainland leads Central. Back to you, Coach.
Well, you know,
so
Coach
excited
Gahagan,
to be here.
I haven't been in a state semifinal game in a long time. We played in one in 1993, and I'm more excited than I was nervous then. Now I'm just excited. I'll sleep good tonight either way.
You have a 13-game winning streak on the line tonight.
I know I do.
Not many coaches can say that.
I can say it. It might not be true, but I can say it.
1st and 10 Rockets from their own 18-yard line. Oh, boy. Don't get these guys started, folks. That's Kevin McCrary, along with number 42, bringing down Cedric Miller. And if this crowd gets behind this defense and this defense starts feeling it, it may just be a long night for the Rockets. A loss of 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 13.
It's a unique formation. They've been in an unbalanced line with 4 blockers, only 3 there this time on the left of the center. Oh, we've got a bad snap or, whoa.
Yeah, nice try, Adam. Adam Hamilton tried to tackle 6'3", 350, and he was just, the offensive lineman for Central was having nothing to do with that. Another false start call.
Well, we'll see if Mainland has any ideas of playing any sort of a soft look on defense here. I see number 86 now in the defensive end along with number 42. So neither one of the starting defensive ends for Mainland are out there.
Polite is still on the bench to our right.
Oh, right in the hands of the receiver.
Thomas's pass was intended for number 85, in and out of his hands. That's Hester. You should have some numbers on Hester.
Yes, he's a senior. He has an offer from Northern Colorado, 6'6", 200.
That's more like an athletic tight end.
Very athletic.
Because they have him listed as a wide receiver.
Well, I think that's probably his future right there. We got tight end trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Mainland is still lined up. They got a man in the middle of the field for the first time.
Thomas under pressure. He's going to step up and go absolutely nowhere.
What a great play by the defensive lineman. 61, I think, Coach. I'm going to look.
I got 91 on that.
91.
Avery Walker.
Avery Walker reached out there and just snatched that quarterback up and put him on his back. So we're going to get Mainland back here with their punt return team.
On the play.
That was a complete Thanksgiving stuffing right there by the Mainland defense.
Officials timeout on the field. We're going to stay here. There's only a minute left in the quarter, but the officials have called timeout. We got officials coming and going everywhere.
Coach, they're coming over here like they're going to need to talk on the radio to somebody or to police. They need the police. The referee is speaking to a policeman. I've never seen this in my entire time. Maybe somebody in the crowd has a whistle, I don't know. But they're definitely looking for security, and now they're looking around out here because they think there must be a whistle being blown. We don't need that out here, folks. Mainland's going to line up in again with just a single return man. Kicker's not very deep. But he can kick it. Maybe that's the guy I saw in pregame.
Once again, in and out of the hands of Wilford Taylor. Takes it all the way back to the 26, but he's got it.
Here comes the wall.
Blockers.
Boom. Boom. There's the Mainland punt return I've been waiting to see for quite some time.
Credit Brian Gregory of Mainland for the tackle. He couldn't get out of Taylor's way, but Taylor initially fielded that ball at around the 42-yard line. His momentum after he dropped it, mishandled the punt, took him all the way back to the 30. Far side, he came near side and had nothing but a wall of blockers.
I didn't think there was any way he would get to the wall. When I first saw him running sideways, I thought, no. But he said yes. And I know they talked, I read in the paper the other day about them having some sprints, some match races after their weight room lifts, and it paid off right there.
We have a flag on the play. It looks to be an official's saying sideline warning. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers from the Miami Central 27-yard line, near side. 38 seconds ago, Mainland leads Miami Central by a score of 7-3. This is a state semifinal contest. The winner here goes to the Citrus Bowl next Saturday for a chance at the state title.
They're pretty content to match up and leave a free safety in the middle of the field, and we have a defensive end offsides. That's number 11. That's one of those D1 commits right there.
Kivanis Davis.
Kivanis, defensive end, verbal commitment to Syracuse over Cincinnati, FIU, Pitt, and South Florida. If you're going to go up north to play, Syracuse would be a good place to play. They got a dome. It's not quite so cold up there.
No doubt.
Well, the penalties have really hurt Central to this point. I'm going to even up the votes on the special teams. It was a tremendous punt, but even a better punt return.
Trainers are still tending to Ja'Kai Polite. They're actually putting ice now on his left ankle. 1st and 5 for the Buccaneers. Houston under pressure is going to dump it off near side, and that's to Adrian Killens, but we're going to call it incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down.
I thought maybe there was going to be a little bit of a screen or something. One of the offensive linemen fired out. I thought he was too far downfield. It wasn't called. Big down right here. Mainland needs to go ahead and pick up this 1st down.
Excuse me, that'll bring up 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Buccaneers.
Big hole right in the middle of the defensive formation. There's the wrap. Same play they ran a while ago for the long run.
Killens on the carry. Starts toward the middle of the line and comes near side. He's going to pick up enough yards for the 1st down. He's going to pick up 5 yards, as a matter of fact. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers from the 15-yard line of Miami Central. 24 seconds and counting. Mainland may get one more play off before the 1st quarter ends. It's 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Its play clock is matched up to the game clock. Houston keeps it himself, comes near side. Helmets are all over the place. Flags are flying everywhere.
That's a Mainland offensive lineman, number 75, with his helmet ripped off, and that may be the call. There's 3 flags right there in that general area.
Nick Roos loses his helmet somehow during the play. Houston steps out at the 7-yard line. There's no time remaining in the 1st quarter. We're going to see what the officials call first before we rule this a change of quarter. Holding is the call against the Buccaneers.
Now, in the past, I didn't think you had an extra play in a quarter if it was an offensive penalty, but we had a game this year where they did that. We'll see how these guys officiate it.
The officials are going to spot the ball.
And play an untimed down. No, they're going to mark off the penalty first. Right. We'll see.
And they're going to end the quarter. So, marking off the penalty, takes it back to the Miami Central 17-yard line. That's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Mainland leads Miami Central by a score of 7-3. End of the 1st quarter. When we come back, Coach Yoakum's going to bring us into the second.
They're not. They're going to play another untimed down.
Or we're going to play it. Either one. You take over. You got it.
All right. Here we go. Miami Central's defense is coming back out on the field. They thought it was the quarter. And there was a time when only a defensive foul caused an untimed down at the end of a period, but it appears they've changed that rule in the 2000s, and I didn't catch it. Now we got the guy running in here. Number 75 is going to have to leave again. They tried to sneak him back in after having his helmet off, but the back judge was too sharp for that. Nice try by Mainland. I'd have tried it.
Over your years of coaching, I'm sure you've tried quite a few things, Coach.
Well, sometime when we got time, I'll tell you a story about Wright Bazemore. He was the coach at Valdosta for 50 years. Pitch it. Oh, he kept it.
Houston keeps the ball, runs into the middle of the line. He'll be brought down at the 15-yard line. Coach Yoakum, can we end the quarter?
Yes, we'll end the quarter now.
The end of the 1st quarter, Miami Central and Mainland, the Bucks lead by a score of 7-3. We'll be back. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum.
5 wide for Mainland here. No back in the backfield other than the quarterback. Comes pressure from Miami Central.
Houston, quick pass. That's a touchdown.
Yes, it is.
Wilfred Taylor on the reception, and once he shook the intended tackler, there was nobody to bring him down. 6 more points on the board.
No, those linebackers that would normally drop blitzed, and Denzel Houston replaced the blitz with the ball, made a nice catch there, and we've got a 2-score for Mainland, trying to make it 14-3.
Point after is up, and it's good. Mainland, 1 play into the second quarter, finds the end zone. And they now lead Central by a score of 14-3 with just 6 seconds run off the clock.
The referee's having a stern conversation with number 12 about not being ejected from this ballgame. That's good preventive officiating right there.
So following Mainland's punt in their first possession, they've gone touchdown pass, and have taken a 14-3 lead over the Rockets.
Nerves seem to be dissipating.
Quickly. Peter Baudette will kick off.
Just be careful, my ass video camera.
Lined up as though he might kick this ball over to the kicker's left. That's where he's been kicking the ball when he's been in this formation. And he boomed it. Good kick. Good kick. That'll keep him honest. Converge on the ball and break down, make the tackle, or don't. We got somebody laying completely still on the 35-yard line from Mainland, and he's not moving at all.
Return man is brought down at the 29-yard line. That's where the Rockets will have first and 10.
They're going to bring the ambulance out here, Bill, or at least they're going to bring the evac people out on the field right away.
As the Mainland player is tended to, we'll take a break. 14-3 your score. Mainland leading Miami Central with 11:45 to go in the first half. Welcome back. That was Tyree Bostic shaking up on the play for the Buccaneers. So now the Rockets have first and 10 from their 29-yard line. They got a score, Coach.
Well, that's what they're used to doing for sure. We got a power play coming left, and there is no power in that.
Mainland's defense is just starting to feel it. McCrary in on the stop along with Kyle Oliver and a few other Buccaneers.
Second down and 9 here to go. Tight end trips to the left. 1 wide receiver right.
We're going to call that a catch and a fumble out of bounds. On the reception was Anthony Jones.
How about pour this right on those policemen down there?
That wouldn't have been good. Move the chains. First and 10 Central from their 40-yard line. Coach Oakham, this broadcast is being picked up all over the United States. We've just found out that Durham, North Carolina has just tuned in.
Well, welcome, Durham. I hope it's warm up there. It's 80 degrees here in Daytona.
Lenwood Joyner in motion. And the pass is complete to Anthony Jones. Gerard Thomas playing pitch and catch.
That's two in a row. 2 in a row to number 4 there. It's Anthony Jones, as you just said, listed as an athlete, a 2-star athlete. And those stars are awarded by Rivals, is that correct?
I got all that stuff from Florida Varsity, who is
okay.
a group of the Rivals company.
Okay.
Second down and 4 for the Rockets. Miller on the carry. Miller picking up some hard yards. He's going to be just short of a first down. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Rockets. Unless, of course, he gets the right foot spot. And that's what we got. First and 10 from the Mainland 49.
That's first catch tonight for Devontae Phillips.
Where's he committed to go, Coach?
He has accepted an offer.
Or is he still making?
Well, no, he has offers from Alabama, Auburn, Clemson,
oh, that's all.
Florida State, Louisville, Miami, Oklahoma.
He's got a lot to think about, Florida, with their new coach. Do you know Coach McElwain?
I do not.
There's a surprise. First and 10 for the Rockets. Miller again on the carry. Miller's going to bounce off a few people. It looks as if during this drive, the Central offensive line is starting to take matters into their own hands.
Yep, they're throwing 2 quick hitches outside, and everything else has been in between the tackles, and with that big offensive line leaning on you all night.
That could be one of the problems right there.
Well, Ja'Kai Polite still out of the ballgame, and he's iced down, folks. I would not expect him to return here. Well, they're all up there playing the run, and we'll see what happens. They're going to bail out and throw the quick stop. Got to make that tackle.
Thomas to Jones. He's going to break free.
Nice
down
arm
by Kyle Oliver.
Sorry about that, Coach. Nice arm by the quarterback right there. That's Malik Atkins. He's a senior. He's one of the few not listed as having any place to go next year.
Miller on the carry. He's going to go in uncontested. Touchdown, Central. Gerard Thomas with a quick handoff once again to Cedric Miller. 6 points for the Rockets.
This is everything people said it would be. 2 fine football teams, a lot of great athletes, both teams well coached.
I think it's pretty interesting that Central's point after guy is different from their punter kicker off guy.
Yeah, they've got a guy who can kick at a mile, and then evidently this guy's more accurate.
And this is Baymar. Wow. No mercy on the football as he gets it through the uprights. Point after is good. 8:48 to go in the first half. Central still in this thing. 14-10. Mainland leads the Rockets. We'll be back.
Mainland set to kick or to receive this kick.
You got to welcome him back, big guy.
Welcome back to Municipal Stadium on Bud's Rug here in Daytona Beach, Florida.
You are?
I am Rocky Yoakum.
And I am.
He is Billy Gahagan, and this ball is not going to be returnable at all. That was a short kick. That one only went about 70 yards.
I still can't get over how he cleared the uprights on his first kickoff.
Yep.
8:48 to go, Miami Central and the Mainland Buccaneers in this state semifinal. The winner of this game is going to go to the Citrus Bowl, and they're going to play Armwood or
Choctawhatchee.
Okay, I wondered if you had looked at that name before.
Yeah, well, I know where Choctawhatchee is.
Oklahoma?
Fort Walton Beach, almost Oklahoma.
Almost in Oklahoma. Denzel gets the ball 1st and 10 from his 20-yard line. We're going to give the ball to Killens right away. He's going to pick up 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Bucks.
These offenses are just really mirror images of each other. They've got a nice inside running game, and they both have the ability to throw the ball outside quick. We haven't seen Central try to go deep much yet.
It seems as if, Coach, that the Buccaneers are at full strength. We saw a couple weeks without Kalo Hanna. They were without Miko Dotson, but are you happy to see them
Absolutely. I'm sick in my stomach about Ja'Kai Polite being hurt, and I'm probably, I'm sure he is too. But hopefully he'll not be hurt. Well, we've got a timeout, looks like maybe, by the Buccaneers. 8:04 remaining in the second quarter, 14-10. Mainland 2nd down and 7 on their own 23-yard line.
Living up to what you expected, or did
Absolutely.
you not know what to expect?
Well, I didn't know what to expect, and I'm really, really enjoying what I'm seeing from both teams.
This is one of those games where you're going to be devastated regardless of who wins, I would imagine.
Be disappointed for the team, the coaches, the kids. Obviously, I'm going to pull for the home team, but either team's going to be disappointed with this one, and I kind of wonder if anybody in the other semi, this could be the state championship game. You never know.
Sure. Now, we talked about it earlier. What a great crowd here on the home side. The opponent's sideline is filled, but I don't know if that's a combination of Daytona Beach folks and the Miami people. It's hard to say because everybody was.
I think most of those folks look to me like, just from their reaction to the plays, that they're from Miami Central. Here we go with Mainland, 2nd and 7.
Houston looks to his left. The ball's batted and
the old tip drill
at the line of scrimmage and intercepted by the Rockets.
Number 35 on the interception. I believe he's not listed.
Jamel Cook.
Okay, Jamel Cook is not listed as an all-star. He's only about 6'4", 210, but pretty good size for a strong safety. Big turnover right there. Is that the first turnover of the ball game?
Only a junior. That is the first turnover of the ball game.
Usually those turnovers in that kicking game make a huge difference. We'll see what happens.
And that wasn't an interception at the fault of anybody. It was just tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Tipped to the line of scrimmage, had a heads-up defensive back.
Rockets 1st and 10 from the Mainland 21-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the fade thrown left here.
Gerard Thomas giving the ball to Miller. He's going to break through.
If he had kept his balance, he would have scored right there. Number 20 probably credited on the tackle, but
I think we have a timeout called on the field. No, we don't.
No, we're going to run the clock here. 7:42. Clock's running. 2nd down. Oh, we got it says 1st and 5 here.
Well, it's 2nd and 5 from the 15.
Now we go. The down marker is correct. 2nd and 5.
Gerard Thomas, Cedric Miller in the Rockets' backfield. Thomas looks to his right. Under pressure, steps up, avoids the pressure, and fires a strike to your guy.
Devontae Phillips, who made an outstanding catch. The ball was a little bit low. He went down and caught it.
Enough yardage for a 1st down. It's going to put the Rockets at 1st and goal from the Mainland 3-yard line.
Yep.
I'm guessing Miller time. Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
Can you say that on high? It's quarterback
but
lead.
It's definitely Gerard Thomas following the blocks of Mr. Miller. He's going to come far side. Did you watch Adam Hamilton just get absolutely mauled on that play, Coach?
I did not.
Robzel Sylvester for Central, 6'3", 350. absolutely had his way with Adam Hamilton.
He's done a lot of mauling, I'd guess, in his day at that size.
No doubt. So following the interception, the Rockets take full advantage of great field position, put the ball into the end zone. Point after is snap, hold, kick is up. Point after is good. And just like that, Miami Central takes the lead 17-14 over the Buccaneers. 6:55 to go in the first half. We'll be back. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum. 17-14 is your score. Central leading the Buccaneers.
Got his leg into that one. That's going to clear the upright. That may be in wide left.
He's disappointed that he didn't go through the uprights. Coach, I don't know. Can you hear the absolute explosion?
The thud of the ball? Okay. Yes, I can. Even with the headsets on, and that's pretty amazing.
So, back-to-back touchdown runs by Central have them in a 17-14 lead over the Buccaneers. The Bucs will have the ball first and 10 from their 20-yard line.
I don't know if you saw the paper today about the word that Mainland uses each year. They use a different word, a different phrase, and I believe this year Coach Wilson came up with endure, and he talked about being able to endure this part of a game and how to handle this. So Mainland's going to have to endure right here. Sprint pass, pull up, nice throw on the comeback, made about 8 if he hung on. 9. We'll bring up 2nd and 1 from the 29-yard line. 6:40 to go, 17-14. Central leads Mainland High School from Daytona Beach. Receivers are back on side. Referees mark the ball ready for play. I like the speed of the way the referees are coaching this football game and calling it as well. Miami shifts their defensive line a little bit. Comes the snap. They're gonna. Oh, we got a dead ball foul here. We can't have those. Can't have a dead ball foul here. We don't need those. It's Mainland, and if it is, they'll go from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6. Didn't see the signal from the referee, but I'm going to guess false start.
Yes, sir. He gave that.
Our good friend Sammy Gahagan tells us that this looks like a track meet to him, and I agree with him completely. Mainland's defense getting scored on so fast they don't have time to catch their breath and get ready to get back out there.
And neither do we following change of possessions.
We've got trips to the wide side of the field by Mainland. Single receiver, 2nd and 5.
Houston looks to his left, has a receiver. Oh.
Number 2 handed out a lick right there. Coming back.
That's Will Collins on the reception.
We're going to stop and get a drink of water here. We don't want to dehydrate in December, so we're going to get a little break, Coach.
Do you want to take a break with them?
Let's take a break with them.
17-14, Miami Central leading the Buccaneers. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. I'm Billy Gahagan along with Rocky Yoakum. 17-14 your score. Miami Central leading Mainland High School. 5:46 remaining in the first half.
Mainland's going to come out again in their trips formation right. Single receiver left. Killens next to Houston in the backfield.
And after a timeout, we're going to have a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be a false start called against the Mainland Buccaneers. That's would be the only reason why you would throw a flag.
I think it was on the wide receiver at the top of the screen. Number, can't quite see his number from here.
5-yard penalty against the Buccaneers. We would also like to listen or welcome another listener to the program. Coach Ed DeFeo from Seabreeze High School is listening from Indiana. It's not cold up there, Coach.
Ed, I hope you're warmed up. Hope you got a big fire and a hot toddy and you're ready to go. You got the speed option. I thought they'd come with that again. He needs to pitch it at some point tonight on that play because Killens has been open twice. Houston has kept the ball both times. He's made positive yards, but I would sure look forward to seeing that ball pitched at some point on the speed option.
We got something going on, Coach, because there's a lot of whistles still going on that far sideline. And the back judge came running all the way in.
I saw some gloves thrown off. I don't know if there's something illegal equipment being worn there. I think we had a flag down even. It's going to be against the Rockets from Miami Central. It's about a 5-hour bus ride up here.
Made that a few times, Coach?
Not made the bus ride very often, but I've been down there a few times. If I can ride with Sammy Gahagan, it doesn't take me that long to get there.
No, it doesn't take Sammy Gahagan long to get to too many places.
Except here to the game tonight.
Yeah, he made the same mistake a lot of people did. Penalty against Central makes it 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. They're still on their side of the 50. They're at the 48-yard line.
This is a nice drive right here. Give those defensive guys a chance to freshen up a little bit. Nice blitz pickup by Killens. Quarterback is loose again, and he made a nice 3 or 4-yard run before he got out of bounds. Some people are calling for a flag. I don't know if they're going to get it or not. It doesn't look like it. We'll see. As they're still discussing where the ball will be, the penalty will be administered from. We've got a dead ball, personal foul against the Rockets. Again, a crushing penalty. Mainland band makes their way in front of the home crowd here as they're going to go down and give us a halftime show. That's always a treat as well. Going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line, and we're going to have a water break. No, we're going to have a timeout.
We're going to have a timeout called by Central. Coach, we're not going to go anywhere because I'm just about over this whole situation.
What situation are you about over,
Coach? You shouldn't have brought this guy's name up at all. We're going to welcome Sammy Gahagan to the show, Coach, and we're going to get Sammy's 2 cents on what he's seen so far in the first half.
You have to speak up there, Sam.
You got to talk, buddy.
Sammy, you know, at the University of Florida, they had a defensive line coach that couldn't get that involved with the game, and he wasn't. This is no reflection upon you, but they gave him a headset that wasn't plugged into anything, and he just wore it around on the sideline.
Yeah.
So now I can hear you.
Okay, here you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, quick thoughts, first half. Give it to us.
These great athletes on the field here, guys. This game so far has been everything it's been built up to be, so I'm excited to be here, watch these guys run around. Mainland's on the drive right now, and any time they can get some momentum, whether it's a penalty or whatnot, that'll shift the momentum into their favor, so hopefully they can put one in for the score here.
1st and 10 for the Buccaneers inside Rockets territory. They're at the 34-yard line. Houston's going to fake the handoff under pressure, and get brought down right away. Number 31 for Central.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Wayman Steed. I think we talked about Wayman Steed, don't we, Coach?
Number 31?
Yes.
I don't see Wayman's name down there, but
That's
it could be a typographical error.
Oh, because he's only a sophomore.
That's why.
6 foot 205. Big loss on the play for the Buccaneers. Clock continues to roll. 4:40 and counting remaining in the first half.
Mainland's going to back up here. We've got the second down and about 18 yards to go. Once again, even if Mainland doesn't get points out of this has been a big drive for them to maintain possession of the ball. Going deep. Ball's laid up out there. Good coverage by the secondary. The corner was stride for stride with, and ball was a little bit overthrown. Good effort by number 3 to try to run and go get the football.
Intended receiver was Kalo Hanna.
Thank you.
That's why I'm here. I feel like I'm the guy just here to help you and Sammy right along with the broadcast.
Well, you do it well.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Buccaneers. We would also like to welcome listeners Ryan Geyer and Justin Hand, their Seabreeze alum that are tuned in. So it's good to see, Coach Yoakum, that even kids from other schools are really intrigued by and are supporting Mainland High School.
I think I think most anybody would like a good football game. I know there's some animosity. Here we go. We got a deep route, and we're going to have a dead ball again. Dead ball foul. We got
timeout.
We got a timeout called at the last second by Coach Wilson of the Mainland Buccaneers staff.
All right, this time as they take the timeout, we will as well. 17-14 your score. Miami Central leading the Mainland Buccaneers. The Bucks on a drive. 4:09 to go in the first half. We'll be back. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum. 4:09 remaining in the first half. Miami Central leading Mainland by a score of 17-14. The Bucks have a 3rd and long from the Central 42-yard line.
Let's don't turn it over here, Bucks. Let's make some yards if we can. Let's don't turn it over.
Houston under pressure.
Took a big lick, nowhere to go.
That
They're
pocket
ripping at
collapsed
the ball.
in a hurry.
Yes, it did. They collapsed on Houston and tried to rip the ball loose, but he did a good job of covering it up. We've got
Keir Thomas was one of the players in on that play. I don't know if we have his name there, but he's also one of their sack leaders.
Keir Thomas. No, you didn't provide me any information on Keir.
Yeah, I'll let you down on that one.
I don't know why.
I know he's one of the leaders of sacks on the team. It is 4th down, Coach Yoakum, and a what?
And a bus ride.
And a bus ride.
Yes, it is.
From the 50.
Now here's our second punt by the place kicker here tonight. Hopefully he's got some reps in because his first punt was a little shaky.
It'll be 4th down and 26.
We got a
Flags on the play.
flag.
That's a nice punt.
And it is nice hang time. Fair catch called for and made by number 1.
Your
That
boy.
would be Devontae Phillips. Again, he's 6'1", 206. Got offers from everywhere in America.
He could play for me.
He could play, yeah. Those kind of guys make you a better coach. There's no doubt about that. And we have a illegal procedure penalty against Mainland. We'll see if I would make them punt it again, but
No doubt.
we'll see what the call is because they don't want to take the ball on the 11, I think, or the 16. I'm sorry. So they're over there discussing it, and we'll see what the final decision will be.
Coach, a few weeks ago when we had Edgewater here,
Yes.
we watched them take a commanding 21-0 lead. The crowd at the time was less than what it is right now in numbers, and they were a lot quieter at 21-0. They're only trailing 17-14, so we're definitely not counting the Mainland Buccaneers out yet.
Oh, absolutely not. No, this anytime you're in a one-score ball game, anything can happen. We've seen the Bucs play enough to know that you can be down 3 scores and come back and win the football game, and live that endure phrase.
Well, obviously Central is tuning into the broadcast because they took your advice. They're going to have the Buccaneers re-punt. Be a 5-yard penalty from the 50, take it back to the 45-yard line. Mainland will punt the ball from their 45. Back deep to receive is Devontae Phillips-Yoakum. He'll be standing at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, as long he can be Devontae Phillips-Yoakum as long as he'll send me part of his signing bonus. That's good. I'm good with that. Bill, being an ex-punter, just catching the snap is something that you got to practice doing. And as I watched a couple of these snaps, they've gone kind of into the chest of that punter. But another nice kick, a little bit low.
Fielded at the 20.
And down.
And brought down quickly by number 33. That's Terrion Tillman for the Buccaneers. He's a junior reserve linebacker. So, when all is said and done, the Rockets picked up 2 whole yards.
I think they're on the 16 a while ago.
Okay, we'll give them 10 whole yards.
All right. I won't argue with that math.
Quick math. 1st and 10, Miami Central from their 28-yard line. 3:01 remaining in the first half. 17-14, Central leading the Buccaneers.
Mainland in a soft cover 2 coverage. They got 5 linemen up front. Their backers are a little bit deep. We've got motion here. Going to roll up to cover 3. Throw a little stop out there. I like the fact that the Mainland Bucks are not biting on that stop. They're just breaking down, and because that stop and go is going to come as soon as they break up one of those passes. But they're content to keep the ball in front of them and tackle them, and then 2:43 to go in the half. I think that's a really wise choice by their coaches to choose that kind of coverage.
And they're doing a good job of flying to the football, Coach.
They are.
It's a total defensive effort when it comes to a tackle.
Gonna get 3 deep, gonna hand it up the middle. That's a great play by the right defensive end. He just wheeled inside with his body, and he ended up making the tackle with his back. Number 33, is it? We need to give him credit. That was a fine play right there.
Terrion Tillman along with Avery Walker on the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Rockets. Clock continues to roll here in the first half. Gerard Thomas, Cedric Miller in the central backfield.
There's the kick out, and he back ran outside the kick out, and that never works.
That's your buddy, Marcus Brunson.
Great play by Marcus. Was banged up on the first play of the game, but he's rallied back here and making a good showing for himself in this Mainland defense. We got a 4th down.
Bit of a connection here with Marcus Brunson. I believe you coached a Marcus, and this guy over here played with the Marcus, his father.
I believe that's exactly right. I'm surprised Mainland didn't call a timeout, try to have a little bit more time to work with here, but they did not. Maybe they're out of timeouts. That might be a good reason not to call one. But
so Central forced to punt from their 31-yard line. That's Wilfred Taylor back deep to receive. That's a nice punt.
It's going to take
Taylor's
some
going to
bounces.
let it bounce and let it bounce some more. Fielded at the 15. He outruns. No, he doesn't.
That's what I thought would happen the first time he tried that sideways run. He was trying to get to that wall, and it was set over there, but didn't have the speed to turn the corner.
Nice open field tackle by number 10, Olin Cushion.
Well, we'll see with 58 seconds to go here. Mainland will receive the second half kickoff. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So I would be really surprised if they try to do very much with this other than maybe just run a play and get on out of here.
Flag on the play. It's going to be holding, I believe, against the Buccaneers. Holding's the call against the Buccaneers.
That'll go half the distance to the goal line, and that should put the ball in about the 6.
Hey, Coach, why don't you explain to people when it's a half the distance to the goal penalty?
Well, if I understand the rule correctly, once the ball is inside the 20-yard line and you have anything other than a 5-yard penalty,
it becomes half the distance.
It becomes half the distance. The ball's on the 20 and there's a foul, a 15-yard penalty. Instead of moving it back to the 5, they just go half the distance, move it back to the 10. That's the best I can do on that one.
Sounded good. I got to believe you.
Good.
I know the answer. You knew the answer.
I like it when you ask me questions that I know the answer to.
Okay. So if I ask you what the lottery numbers are going to be for tomorrow, you don't feel good about that?
That would not be anything I would know about.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Mainland, all the way back at their 8-yard line with 58 seconds to go, and they trail by 3.
Mainland with their 4 wide receivers. Once again, I would say that Killens, a very good chance that he'll carry the ball right up the middle. I look for the left guard to pull and wrap up inside and lead him through the hole. It's straight base blocking, and Killens dives ahead for about 5. Brings up a 2nd and 5, 50 seconds to go. Mainland is in absolutely no hurry. They're going to have to snap the ball one more time. Free safety for the Rockets is 35 yards deep. He's back on the 40-yard line.
He must be anticipating a punt.
I think he's probably anticipating saving a touchdown.
Well, he's the one who made the open field tackle, and he also is the one who stopped Adrian Killens from scoring on that long run in the first quarter.
There comes Adrian Killens again up the middle. Strong run, with the exception of Polite. Pretty much healthy defense, or healthy Mainland Buck team.
It looks like both teams are going to be content with this score. Central is getting ready to gather themselves on the far sideline as they're going to get ready to walk into the locker room. The Buccaneers take off to theirs. That's the end of the first half. Miami Central leads Mainland High School by a score of 17-14. We're going to gather our thoughts, and we'll be back with a little bit of halftime analysis. We'll be right back.